Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live commentary of a Major League Baseball game featuring the Cleveland Indians versus the Minnesota Twins. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the Major League Baseball, the MLB, or their sponsors. We're providing live reports on the game being played and hope that English-speaking audiences around the globe can enjoy the game on YouTube and Twitch along with us. We'll be right back in just a moment with the starting lineups as the Indians and the Twins are just about to get underway. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Are you into digital cards? Last Drafts Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spun Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends. Would you like to support Last Wraps Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Drafts Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody, and we're going to bring you the starting lineup for the visitors from Cleveland today. This is the first end of a doubleheader. We're playing softball rules where it is going to be 7 innings played. Leading off and playing in center field wearing number 7 is Miles Straw. Batting second and playing shortstop wearing number 1 is Ahmed Rosario. Batting third and playing third base wearing number 11 is Jose Ramirez. In the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting wearing number 32 is Franmil Reyes. Batting fifth and playing first base wearing number 44 is Bobby Bradley. Batting sixth in left field wearing number 10 is Harold Ramirez. Batting seventh and in right field wearing number 4 is Bradley Zimmer. Batting eighth and doing the catching wearing number 17 is Austin Hedges. And batting ninth and playing second base wearing number 0 is Andreas Jimenez. And they are going to face a rookie right-hander who's getting his third start of the season. Joe Ryan takes to the hill for the Minnesota Twins. He is 1-1 with a 2.25 earned run average. This will be Ryan's third start at the big league level. He was, of course, a part of the trade that sent Nelson Cruz to the Tampa Bay Rays in return with another minor leaguer with Joe Ryan. And now the starting lineups for the home team from Minnesota. Leading off and playing third base, wearing number 2 is Luis Arias. Batting second and playing center field wearing number 25 is Byron Buxton. Batting third and doing the designated hitting wearing number 11 is Jorge Polanco. In the cleanup spot and playing right field wearing number 26 is Max Kepler. Batting fifth and playing first base wearing number 22 is Miguel Sano. Batting sixth and playing second base wearing number 1 is Nick Gordon. Batting seventh and in left field wearing number 38 is Rob Refsnyder. Batting eighth and doing the catching wearing number 70 is Ben Rortved. And batting ninth and playing shortstop is number 9, Andrelton Simmons. And they are going to face another rookie right-hander in the form of Tristan McKenzie. The long, tall, lanky right-hander is 4-6 on the season, and he has a 4.44 earned run average. We'll be back in about 60 seconds with the call of the game. We're glad you're tuned in with us. Hold tight, everybody. We'll be back after these tunes. Welcome back, everybody. The first pitch is slated to go at 2:10 local time in Minnesota, and the temperature today is 70 degrees and partly cloudy. The teams are just about ready to take the field. The umpires for today's game behind the plate is Mike Eastabrook. The first baseman umpire is Ryan Willis. Working the bag at second base is John Libka, and the third base umpire is Jeff Nelson. And for the ball game today, they are about ready to see the Twins take the field, and John Ryan is going to get his warm-up tosses. It is going to be a beautiful day in Minnesota. The temperatures, of course, are starting to get closer to the fall. The acting manager today, Terry Francona, is not with the club. It's going to be DeMarlo Hale, the bench coach. He is, in the last 10 games, been doing the job as acting manager as Terry Francona is away from the club. And we'll be back in just a moment here with the first pitch of the ball game. Stay with us, everybody. We're glad you're here. Welcome back, everybody. As Ryan completes his tune-up tosses, the leadoff hitters for the Cleveland Indians today is going to be Miles Straw to get things going, Ahmed Rosario, and Jose Ramirez. Miles Straw was acquired earlier this year in a trade with the Houston Astros. He had split time between the Astros and the Indians. Straw was acquired for Yanier Diaz and Phil Maton, or Maton, as they would say. And he is going to be getting the start today in center field. Straw on the season is having a very productive year between both Cleveland and Houston. He's at .268 with 4 homers and 45 runs batted in. He's got 27 stolen bases on the year. He's been able to find himself on base quite a bit in that leadoff spot. He's got a .350 on base percentage. He's been a table setter for the Tribe. So here we go, ready to get things going as Ryan has completed his tosses. He's getting a few extra warm-up stretches in, and we're ready to get going. Ryan, of course, was involved in that trade that sent Nelson Cruz packing the other way to Tampa Bay. He gets his third start of the year now for the Twins. And Miles Straw digs in, ready to get this thing going. And the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder, and he's going to make the catch. And one pitch and one away here in the top of the first inning. It's a 7-inning affair today, as it is the first end of a doubleheader. I'll be calling the first one here, so if you're tuning in live or on the delay, we're glad you could be here with us. Going to bring up the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. He's hitting .281 on the season. He's got 10 homers and 50 runs batted in. Ryan rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Rosario, of course, was part of the off-season blockbuster trade that sent Francisco Lindor going to the New York Mets. Rosario and Jimenez in the lineup today, of course, were the players that came the other way, and there's a fastball swung on. It is a line drive right to the third base, Arias. And that is going to retire Rosario for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it up to the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. So 2 up and 2 away here in the Indian first inning, and Ramirez is now coming up to the plate. Recently as the Milwaukee Brewers the other day, and there's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Ramirez. It's a bit surprising because the Cleveland offense is fairly decent. It's not the worst in the major leagues. They've got some guys who can swing the bat. There's a fastball that's taken on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-2 to Ramirez. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into shallow right field. Moving in on it is Max Kepler. He's going to make the grab, and it's a fairly efficient 1-2-3 inning here for John Ryan in the first. So for the Indians, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through a half inning. It's the Cleveland Indians, nothing. The Minnesota Twins coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. After this, from our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out Steve's channel when you have a chance. He's a supporter of ours, and we like to support him in return.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. Be sure to check out the friend of our channel, Steve Rademacher. He's got all the crazy stuff. He's got Money Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, his No Filter Friday, and his Saturday morning cartoons. There is something for everybody. That's Steve Rademacher. We'll be back in just a moment after these tunes with the call at bottom of the first inning. We're glad you're with us. Welcome back, everybody. Tristan McKenzie is set to get going here in the bottom of the first inning, and Luis Arias will lead it off. And the first pitch from McKenzie is a fastball swung on it, is lifted into center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder Stride. He's got to make the catch. And with one pitch, there is one away here in the bottom of the first inning for the Minnesota Twins. Luis Arias is now going to be followed by Byron Buxton. Buxton comes to the plate. He's batting .302 on the season. He's got 14 homers and 24 runs batted in. Buxton homered yesterday in the afternoon affair, played in New York City. And he digs in from the right side. McKenzie works into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and one strike. Was Goody with the Hoodie has come in as, are you streaming the game? We are doing the live commentary of the game. We're not streaming the game. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. So one ball and one strike. McKenzie, the tall rookie right-hander, rocks himself into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken at the knees, and the count is 1-2. One ball and two strikes to Byron Buxton. McKenzie, the tall right-hander, goes back into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and it's a breaking ball swung on. It's tap foul over on the first base side, and that keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We want to welcome all of you who are here, whether listening on YouTube or on Twitch. We appreciate you checking in for our call of the action. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Buxton again. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and McKenzie has retired Buxton for the second out of the inning. That is going to bring Jorge Polanco to the plate. Polanco on the season is batting .279. He hit his 30th homer of the year yesterday. He's got 88 runs batted in. He's having himself a fine season. He's eclipsed the marks in home runs and RBIs for career highs this year. He bats from the left side against McKenzie. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted to right field. Zimmer moves back a couple of steps. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the side here in the first inning. So the Minnesota Twins go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through one complete. It is the Cleveland Indians nothing, the Minnesota Twins nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back for the call of the top of the second inning after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Thanks, everybody. Be sure to check out Matt Hollis's channel after the game. That's another Hollis build. He's a San Diego Padre fan who's got all kinds of stuff, including barnyard animals around his place. He likes to show off. That's another Hollis build. Check him out once the game is complete. We'll be back in just a moment after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top half of the second inning. It's going to be the heart of the Cleveland Indians batting order coming up to face the pitcher Joe Ryan for the Twins. It'll be Franmil Reyes, Bobby Bradley, and Harold Ramirez. And Reyes takes a first pitch fastball at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. On the season, Reyes is hitting .253. He's got 28 homers and 74 runs batted in. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Franmil Reyes. Ryan working from the windup. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted in the air behind second base. Moving over underneath it is the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Reyes. 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Bobby Bradley. Bradley on the season is batting .220. He's got 12 homers and 33 runs batted in. He strides up to the plate, hitting from the left side. The right-hander Ryan goes to the motion, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Bradley in his rookie season with the Cleveland Indians. He had some time with them last year, actually in 2019, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-2. He's got 12 homers in 191 at-bats. That has been his mantra. However, he has struck out 74 times during his time with the Indians. In some ways, he reminds me of the Chris Carter who played with the Milwaukee Brewers a few years ago. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It's lined to second base. And Nick Gordon, who's playing almost in a rover position in shallow right field, makes the catch. And that is going to retire Bradley for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away. That's going to leave it up to the left fielder, Harold Ramirez. One final thought on Bobby Bradley. He's had some explosive power in the minor leagues, and he's been able to translate it to the big league level, but he's going to have to find a way to cut down on his strikeouts. And here we are back to the live action, and the first pitch to Harold Ramirez is a fastball swung on and missed, and it is 0-1. Ramirez on the season is batting .262. He's got 6 homers and 33 RBIs. Ryan rocks into motion and he delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. Both starting pitchers have been very efficient so far in the early work. There's a breaking ball that misses off the plate. The count is now 1-2 strikes. They've been all around the zone and throwing strikes, and the hitters have been doing their part, hitting the balls but right to fielders. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And there is a changeup swung on. This ball is belted into the left field corner. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Digging for 2 is Ramirez, and he's going to cruise into second base with a stand-up double. Ramirez is aboard with a 2-out double here in the second inning, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Bradley Zimmer. The changeup was left up in the zone. Ramirez did a good job of keeping his hands back on the ball. He drove that ball right into the corner. Had to be fielded by Ref Snyder as he was able to hold Ramirez to the double. That's the 21st double of the season for Ramirez. So now Bradley Zimmer strides to the plate with 2 out and a runner on second, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 strikes. For Zimmer on the season, he's hitting .234. He's got 6 homers and 29 runs batted in. Ryan comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted foul over on the third base side of home plate. And the count is 1-1 strike. So 1-1 strike. Zimmer will be followed by Austin Hedges should he find a way on base. The Twins are coming off a 1-game stop in New York City yesterday. They had a 5-0 lead going into the 6th inning and were unable to hold on. That game went into extra innings, and the Yankees walked it off. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2. It was 6-5 in extra innings. The story early on were two-run homers by the Minnesota Twins in the first inning. And then they tacked another one on a couple innings later by Byron Buxton. But that was where the offense stalled. And the Yankees were able to tie it up with a 3-run shot by Aaron Judge in the bottom of the 8th. Went on to win it in the bottom of the 10th. And there is a breaking ball that's misses down and into Zimmer, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 strikes. Both of these teams, the Twins and the Indians this year in the Central Division, have pretty much underachieved. The White Sox have walked away with the division. Kansas City Royals and the Tigers were expected to be better than last year, but not as good as, certainly Detroit, not as good as what they have been. And there's a fastball swung on and missed. And Zimmer has been retired on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Indians in their half of the 2nd inning, they had no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is the Cleveland Indians nothing, the Minnesota Twins nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. After this, from a supporter of our channel, this is Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Straps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Straps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Straps Baseball.
Thanks again to Steve Rademacher, supporter of our channel. Be sure to check out his channel after the game, whether it's Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, his No Filter Friday, or his Sunday shoutouts. He's always entertaining. He's got something for everybody. We'll be back after these tunes with a call at the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back, everybody. And Tristan McKenzie is ready to go back to work, and he delivers a first pitch fastball to Max Kepler, who fouls it away. And the count is 0-1. It'll be Kepler, Sano, and Gordon here for the Twins in their half of the second inning. McKenzie gets the sign from his catcher, Hedges. He goes back to work. There's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. For Kepler on the season, he's batting .211. He's got 17 homers and 47 runs batted in. McKenzie rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and in. And the count is now 2-1 strike. Kepler getting the start in right field today. Stands in. He's got a slightly open stance. McKenzie kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner. And the count is now 2-2. Kepler has had a bit of a disappointing season at the plate this year, hitting .211. There's a fastball that misses down in the way, and the count is now 3-2. Kepler, a native of Germany, had his opportunity to begin playing with the Regensburg Legionnaire before signing an international contract with the Minnesota Twins. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside, and Kepler draws himself a walk. Has a career batting average of .233, and so hitting .211, 20 points below his career average. But he certainly had a great season in 2019, did Kepler, where he hit 36 homers and drove in 90. There were a lot of expectations put on that he's going to be able to carry through, but the last couple of years have been a bit of a clunker for Kepler in terms of getting on base. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Miguel Sano. Sano on the season is hitting .219 with 27 homers and 66 RBIs. And here's the pitch from McKenzie. It's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul over behind home plate. The count is 0-1. Sano, they list at 270 plus pounds, but we saw him yesterday, and it looks like he is trimmed down a little bit. I think I'd like to get him on the scale to see what he is weighing in at. He's still a big man. He does not look as big as he has been. He's trimmed himself up a little bit. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike at the knees, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Sano. Nick Gordon, today's second baseman, waits his turn on deck. Here comes the 0-2 offering from McKenzie. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This is belted foul down the left field line. It's going to be hooked into the seats, and the count remains at 0-2. That was way too good a pitch at no balls and 2 strikes. McKenzie got too much of the plate, and Sano almost made him pay. So no balls and 2 strikes. Kepler establishes his lead at first. McKenzie comes set at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that's down. They appeal over to first base. The first time umpire says he didn't go, and that's going to make the count 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. McKenzie ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher, Hedges. Here comes the 1-2 to Sano. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away right at the feet of the catcher Hedges, and the count remains at 1-2. Miguel Sano is in his 7th season with the Twins. He's now 28 years old. He is a career .237 hitter, but he's got 158 career home runs under his belt. This is the 4th time in his career he's hit 25 or more home runs in a season. Comes the 1-2 from McKenzie. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Sano on strikes for the first out of the inning here in the second. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon has made his big league debut this season for the Twins. The 25-year-old was originally a first-round selection, 5th overall, out of Olympia High School in Orlando, Florida, back in the 2014 draft. He's also very slight. Both the pitcher and the hitter have slight frames, and there's a breaking ball to Gordon, swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. Gordon will be 26 years old after the regular season is completed. Getting his first regular action, he's got a .236 average with a couple of homers and 12 runs batted in. Here's the pitch from McKenzie. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. We got Shaw Racing Collects is in the house today. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you taking the time to listen. It's the Indians and the Twins for matinee baseball, the first of a doubleheader today. We're going to be calling just the first game. Here comes the 0-2. It's a fastball, and that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-2 to Nick Gordon. Both of these teams, as we mentioned before, are pretty much afterthoughts out of playoff contention. They're not officially eliminated yet. Both have had some, what we would call maybe disappointing season. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball, swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. Shaw says he's a Blue Jay fan but likes listening to the game. We appreciate you tuning in to listen. Toronto Blue Jays are certainly a team that is on a roll right now. It's a good time for a team to get hot. They have forced themselves not into just the playoff picture, but they're now top of the wild card in the American League. And McKenzie throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the runner Kepler. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gordon. McKenzie gets the sign from the catcher Hedges. Hedges working off of one knee with the runner. They throw over to first, and they've got Max Kepler picked off. Kepler doesn't think so. They may be wanting to take a peek at this to go to the headset, but a really quick move by Tristan McKenzie had Kepler leaning the wrong way. And they're on the phones to take a look. We're going to get a look at the replay ourselves. Kepler got himself leaning towards second base. The throw was definitely in time. Whether or not the tag was down in time or not, we're going to get that replay of this. As we get the replay, I think Max Kepler has been picked off. We're going to get the official word in a moment. And so he has been, and so that is it. So here we are back to the live action. There's a fastball to Nick Gordon. It's swung on. It's grounded over to the shortstop. It's fielded by the shortstop Rosario. He flips over to first base, and that is going to retire the Twins here in their half of the inning. So for the Twins, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 2 complete in Minnesota. It is the Cleveland Indians nothing, the Minnesota Twins nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll chat with the chat when we come back in just a moment. Thanks for being here with us. Here's our friend Matt. Be sure to check out Matt Hollis and another Hollis build after the game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the third inning. We're clipping along at a pretty good pace. The Indians and the Twins are all knotted up at zeros. We're chatting in the chat with our friend Shaw Racing Collects. Matt has a great channel, and the Blue Jays are really flapping their wings. We were talking about the American League playoff wildcard races. There are currently 5 teams that are still in the hunt. The Blue Jays are leading that pack. Of course, the Yankees and the Red Sox battling it out, and the Seattle Mariners, out of nowhere, have pushed themselves into the playoff picture. They're only a couple of games behind the last wildcard spot. And of course, the Oakland Athletics were not in action yesterday, and they're right on their heels as well. So the wildcard will be entertaining from here to the end. Here comes the first pitch from Ryan to Austin Hedges. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Hedges on the season is batting 176. He's got 8 homers and 27 runs batted in. And the pitch from Ryan is a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. Hedges, Jimenez, and Straw here in the top of the third inning for the Indians. And here comes the motion. Ryan kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and lifted foul over on the first base side. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan gets the sign from his catcher, Rortvedt. He goes back to work. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Hedges has been retired on strikes here for the first out of the third inning. So 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Andreas Jimenez. Jimenez on the season is batting $193. He's got 2 homers and 9 runs batted in. He was one of the other players that came to the Indians in return for Francisco Lindor. Of course, the other one in the lineup today was Ahmed Rosario. So Ryan gets the sign from his catcher, Rortvedt. He goes back to work. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Jimenez batting from the left side. They've got the shortstop Simmons right over the bag almost at second base. And there's a fastball swung on, and that's fouled away. The count is no balls and 2 strikes. There's been only 1 base runner today for the Cleveland Indians. It was the double by Ramirez in the second inning. John Ryan has been very economical, or Joe Ryan has been very economical so far with his pitches. He's at 27 pitches with 1 out here in the third inning. The Indians' approach has been to come out swinging. And they've hit the ball hard a couple of times. They've lined into a couple of outs. So it's not that they haven't put good swings on good pitches. So Ryan's waiting, and Jimenez has asked for time. He steps out and does a little walkabout around the left-handed batter's box. Now we're ready to go back to work. Ryan into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called third strike, and that is going to retire Jimenez for out number 2 here in the third inning. That's going to leave it all up to the leadoff hitter, Miles Straw. For Straw today, he is 0 for 1. He led off the game by swinging at the first pitch he saw and lined out to the left fielder. So he is 0 for 1. It's the third strikeout of the ball game for Ryan and the third in a row. So Straw strides to the plate, and the first pitch to him is a 92-mile-an-hour fastball that misses off the outside corner. And the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Straw. Straw's average has slipped to 267 with those 4 homers and 45 RBIs. There's a breaking ball that misses down in the way, and the count is now 2-0. The Indians have some guys who can run. When they get on base, they have a couple of fellows who can get around the bases. Miles Straw is one of them, as he's got 27 stolen bases between 2 teams this year, being the Astros and the Indians. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. Another one who can get around the bases, and a little bit surprisingly so, is Jose Ramirez. He's also got 20-plus bags. He's at 23. Those are the 2 in the lineup today with the most stolen bases. There's a fastball that's fouled away. Count is 2-2. But Rosario and Zemmer and Andreas Jimenez are also in double digits in stolen bases. So they do like to run when they can find their way on base. So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Straw. There's a fastball that's up around the chin, and it backs him off the plate. A little bit of chin music there that buzzed the light tower of Miles Straw. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see how Ryan comes back here. It'll be interesting to see if he goes soft away on the 3-2 pitch. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's fouled away. The count remains at 3-2. Straw swung at ball 4. That pitch was definitely above the hands, and he swung at it to protect. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ahmed Rosario waits his turn on deck should Straw be able to find a way on base. We'll be back on the air again tomorrow. We'll call the Milwaukee Brewers and the Detroit Tigers. Hopefully you can come on in and join us. There's a fastball that misses low and away, and that is ball 4. That's the first base on balls allowed today by Joe Ryan. So Straw is the runner at first. That brings Rosario to the plate. For Ahmed Rosario, he lined out to the third baseman his last time up. He absolutely hit the ball on the screws, but it was right to the third baseman, Luis Arias. So Ryan working from the stretch. He fires over to first, and getting back in time is base runner Straw. Straw would be 4th in all of baseball in stolen bases. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. At some point, one would have to ask if they're going to start to just award one batting champion. Now that they're playing interleague play in a number of games, rather than having an American League champion or a National League champion, just having one champion. There's a breaking ball delivered. It is swung on. It's popped up in the air into shallow right field. We'll be back on it as the second baseman, Gordon. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the Indians in their half of the third inning. So for Cleveland, in their half of the third, they had no runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. Through 2.5, it is the Cleveland Indians nothing, the Minnesota Twins nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. The call of the bottom of the third inning. For those of you who are new here, we do these somewhat regular. This is our journey to Japan. Check out the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. These are our memories from the Tokyo Dome. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for the Minnesota Twins. That means it's Rob Refsnyder, Ben Rortvedt, and Andrelton Simmons to try to get things going against the right-hander Triston McKenzie. McKenzie today has been excellent for the Twins. He is retired. He's got 6. He's faced the minimum. He did walk Max Kepler to lead off the second, but was able to pick him off. And it is going to be the bottom third of the batting order to try to get things going against them. The slender right-hander is listed at 6'5" and 165 pounds. And he throws the first pitch breaking ball. It's for a called strike by Refsnyder, and the count is 0-1. Like his counterpart, he's been very effective in his first 2 innings work. There's another breaking ball that catches the corner, and the count is 0-2. Refsnyder yesterday struck out 3 times in that game against the Yankees. There's the pitch from McKenzie. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 1-2. Interesting that Refsnyder, the 7-hole hitter, is getting a steady diet of breaking balls. There's another breaking ball. It's taken for a called third strike. And Refsnyder has been retired for the first out of the inning, and he's not necessarily happy with the home plate umpire on making those calls, but Mike Easterbrook has banged him for the first out of the inning, and 1 up and 1 away. That's the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Triston McKenzie. Brings up the catcher Ben Rortvedt. Rortvedt on the season is batting 155. He takes a first pitch breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. And so Rortvedt does a 360-degree turn, and he adjusts his batting gloves. I don't think he's happy with that call. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on. This is belted into right field. It's going to be fielded by Bradley Zimmer. He turns and fires it back in, and so Rortvedt is aboard with a 1-out single here in the 3rd inning. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. One thing you see in Major League Baseball that you don't necessarily see in Japan is the body language of the Japanese players when we call the NPB games. When they don't like the call, they really buckle the knees and moonwalk back. They don't say anything to the umpire, but you could tell from their body language that they're just not happy. So here comes the first pitch to Andrelton Simmons. There is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The North American player or the Latin player is a little different. Sometimes they'll say a lot walking back to the dugout to the home plate umpires, and you don't see that in the Japanese league, but you do see the body language. So no balls and 1 strike. McKenzie kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Triston McKenzie, of the 9 hitters that he has faced, he has thrown 9 first pitch strikes. He is very effective in getting the first pitch over for a strike in this ball game today. Getting ahead of the hitters is important if you're going to have success pitching at any level of baseball. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. The runner was going on the pitch. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. McKenzie gets a new baseball and he's ready to go back to work. So McKenzie holds the ball at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled off right into the chest protector of Austin Hedges. And the count's going to remain at 1-2 strikes. So 1-2 strikes to Simmons. The runner at first is Rortvedt. There's one away here at the bottom of the third inning. Kenzie comes sent at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lashed into left field. Sliding is the left fielder Ramirez, but it gets by him. It gets all the way to the wall. He picks it up and fires it in. Rortvedt's trying to score all the way from first. Here's the throw at the plate, and it is not in time. He slides headfirst into the plate, and he's got himself the run scored all the way from first, and it's going to be an RBI double for Andrelton Simmons, and the Minnesota Twins are on the board. They are going to have a look at the call at the plate. I think that it's not worth looking at. I think he's safe. We're going to have another look at it ourselves. That ball was absolutely scorched into left field. Simmons, and it was interesting because Ramirez takes this route and then he slides and then he falls down. The ball gets to the wall. As he fires it in to the relay, the ball comes to the plate, and I think he's safe at the plate. We'll have a look at it again, and to me it looks like he's safe. The umpire, Mike Eastabrook, on the call, and we got a different angle this time. And I think that's going to be difficult to overturn. They are going to go put the headsets on. It was a bang-bang play at the plate. It was a good slide. You don't usually encourage players to slide headfirst. Now we look at it on another replay. And we get a different angle of it. And so I can see that the Cleveland Indians may have a case on their hands here. The first three replays that we saw looked like he was going to be safe. And the umpires have taken the headsets off. We're going to get the call, and it is safe. And the Minnesota Twins now have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom half of the third inning. But Harold Ramirez made a very entertaining play out there. I don't think he would have got the ball anyway, but if he would have just stopped the ball and maybe taken a better route to the ball, we'd only have runners at second and third with one away rather than a run in and a runner on second. So that brings up Luis Arias to the plate. Arias today flew up to the center fielder his first time up, and he swings at a first pitch breaking ball, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. And Shaw Racing Collectibles says he's going to help the kids with the homework. Thanks for stopping in and listening today. We really appreciate it. So McKenzie ready to go back to work, and there is a fastball swung on. It's lifted into center field. Coming hard is Straw. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Arias again on a fly ball to center field for out number 2. That's going to leave it up to Byron Buxton. So Buxton on the day today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. I'm not so sure if Ramirez makes the play and there's runners on second and third. I don't think that that runner would have scored. That ball was not deep enough to have challenged the arm of Miles Straw. Would not have been a good thing. Straw should have been able to make that throw to the plate. So McKenzie checks the runner at second. He goes back to work. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-1. One of the things that Tristan McKenzie has shown, he throws about 66% of his pitches are four-seam fastballs. But for some reason, this inning, he's fallen in love with his breaking ball. He's gone away from his bread and butter. The Minnesota Twins have made him pay. So here comes the 0-1 to Buxton. There's a fastball swung on and it's fouled back behind home plate. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Should Buxton find a way on, he'll be followed by Jorge Polanco. McKenzie gets the sign from his catcher, Hedges. He goes back to work. There's a fastball. It's a check swing fouled away. Buxton tried to hold it up as that pitch was coming up and in. He fouls the pitch off over onto the first base side. The Indians are playing Buxton around to shift to the left side of the infield. There's 3 fielders on the left side, and here comes the 0-2. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and Buxton is retired for the second time today on strikes. He is the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Minnesota Twins in their half of the 3rd, they had 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the top of the 4th inning. It is the Minnesota Twins 1, the Cleveland Indians nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple minutes. We're glad you are with us, whether you are listening live on YouTube or on Twitch. We're glad you are here. Hold tight, everybody. We'll be back in a moment.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. That is Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel after the game. Another Hollis build. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff. He is a San Diego Padre fan, and he loves to show off his animals around his place. Check out another Hollis build after the game. We'll be back after these tunes with the call of the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready to go back to the action, and Joe Ryan is set to face the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Indians' batting order: Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes, and Bobby Bradley. And Ryan delivers a first pitch fastball outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0 to Ramirez. 37 pitches through 3 innings for the young right-hander. He kicks and delivers. There is a changeup that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This is a 7-inning affair today. And here's the pitch from Ryan. It is a changeup that misses down, and the count is 1-2. Ramirez is 0 for 1 as he flew out to right field. As we said, this is the first of 2 games between the Twins and the Indians. We're going to be calling this one only. There's a fastball that swung on. It's popped up behind home plate. Rortvedt lost sight of it. Now he's found it, and he makes the grab, and Ramirez is retired on a pop-up to the catcher for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away here in the 4th inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. Reyes today is 0 for 1. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. And Lamario Owens is back in the house today. Lamario, nice to have you back in and listening in. You notice you've changed your logo to a Baltimore Raven today. Mario is a New York Yankee fan. Obviously, yesterday, spotting the Twins a 5-0 lead, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back. The count is 0-1. Spotting the Twins a 5-0 lead, they were able to come back and win it in extra innings. So no balls and 1 strike to Reyes. Ryan goes back to work. He kicks and delivers, and there is a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 0-2. This is my first time watching Joe Ryan pitch this year, and the Minnesota Twins have something here with Ryan. He's very smooth in his delivery. He's got some movement on his pitches. He's got a little bit of arm side run on the fastball. He's had a pretty good pitch mix today with his changeup. There's a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ryan ready to go back to work. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted foul down the left field line. It's going to hook into the seats. Ryan knew as soon as he threw the pitch that that was trouble. But Reyes got way out in front of it and hooked the ball into the seats, and the count is 1-2. If that ball was straightened out, that ball might have been delivered into the left field seats for a home run, but he was fortunate on that pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and Reyes has been retired for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Bobby Bradley. Bradley today is 0 for 1. He lined out to the second baseman, to Nick Gordon, who was in shallow right field. Bradley is batting from the left side, facing the right-hander Ryan. There is a changeup swung on. It's grounded to the second baseman, Gordon. He fires to first, and that is going to retire Bradley. That goes as a ground out, 4-3. For the third out of the inning. So for the Indians in their half of the 4th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Over to the bottom of the 4th inning, it is the Minnesota Twins 1, the Cleveland Indians nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the 4th inning. We're glad you are with us. And our friend Lamario Owens says it couldn't have been anyone else but Gary Sanchez gets the winning run for the Yankees yesterday. He absolutely did. And we'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's more of our Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame memories. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It is a 1-0 lead for the Minnesota Twins. It's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order coming up to face the young right-hander Tristan McKenzie. That means it's going to be Jorge Polanco, Max Kepler, and Miguel Sano. And it is going to be the Twins who are looking to hold off the Cleveland Indians. Yesterday, they blew a 5-0 lead against the New York Yankees in New York. They had stopped in for a 1-game makeup game against the Yankees. There's a first pitch fastball swung on from McKenzie, fouled away for strike number 1. It's part of been the storyline of the Minnesota Twins this year. They've definitely underachieved. There were a lot of expectations on this ball club. And here comes the pitch from McKenzie. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-1. You were expected to contend for the American League Central with the Chicago White Sox, and there is a breaking ball swung on and it's fouled away. It's fouled off of the catcher, Austin Hedges. The count is 1-2. Jorge Polanco on the season is third in the American League in RBIs since the end of May. He's second in slugging. He's 11th in average, 5th in doubles, and 4th in home runs. He has got himself in a good position with some of the best in the American League. The trainers have come out to take a look at Hedges. I just got that foul ball off the hand. He's going to ask for a couple of throws here. You see that with the catchers when there's nobody on. They like to keep their hand in by their crotch. I can understand it when we have runners on base. They feel that it is quicker to be able to release. But this ball here, actually, in fairness to Hedges, it actually clipped his foot and then clipped his hand. So his hand was in good position. It was behind his ankle. But I say sometimes when you see runners on base, the catchers like to keep their hand in the crotch area. That definitely was not behind the foot. There is a breaking ball that misses down. The count is 2-2. So where the catcher's shin guards are, the shin guards come over top of the shoe itself. It clipped off of the shoe and then it deflected off of the hand. And there is a breaking ball that swung on and missed, and Polanco has been retired for the first out here in the 4th inning, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Max Kepler. So Kepler strides to the plate. Kepler is officially 0 for 0 today. He walked his last time up, but he was picked off first base as he was leaning the other way. So Kepler digs in. He's ready to face the right-hander McKenzie. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Kepler, as we mentioned his first time up, is hitting .211 with 17 homers and 47 runs batted in. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Kepler was extended a couple of seasons ago. There's the pitch. It is a changeup swung on, and that is fouled away, and the count is 1-2. He's got 2 years remaining on a large contract that he signed. He's got $6.75 million next year and $8.5 in 2023. He's got $10 million. There is a team option that year of $1 million buyout. And there's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-2 strikes. Kepler's been a model citizen for the Minnesota Twins. As we said, back in July of 2009, he was signed to a international free agent contract. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 3-2 to Kepler. Kepler's stats, though, have not continued to progress. There's a breaking ball that is fouled away. The count remains at 3-2. He does, however, play very decent defense. He's technically sound defensively. Indians have the shift on. They've got 3 fielders to the right side of the infield. McKenzie ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion and kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on tap foul over on the first base side of home plate. And the count remains at 3-2. So 3-2 strikes to Kepler. He's the leadoff hitter here in the Twins half of the 4th inning. They're ready to go back to work. Kick and deliver. There's a fastball swung on it. It's lifted into deep right field. Moving back on it is Zimmer. He's going to make the grab just in front of the warning track. And that is going to retire Kepler for the second out of the inning here, and that's 2 up and 2 away, and that leaves it up to Miguel Sano. Sano is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. He waits on the pitch from McKenzie, and there is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. And here's the pitch from McKenzie. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And now the count is 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. McKenzie rocks back into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There is a fastball that is spiked into the ground. It bounces up to the plate, and the count is 1-2 to Sano. Ken's just about to throw his 58th pitch of the ball game. As he's ready to go back to work, he gets the sign from his catcher, Hedges. He kicks and delivers. There is a breaking ball swung on. It's popped up behind home plate. Hedges picks it up, and he has to backpedal a little bit. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Sano for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Minnesota Twins in their half of the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. Through 4 complete in Minnesota, it is the Minnesota Twins won the Cleveland Indians. Nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this with the call of the top of the 5th inning. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to check out his channel. He is a supporter of ours, and in turn, we like to support him. He's one of the minnows on YouTube, but he's a minnow that's got some bite.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Straps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Straps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Straps Baseball.
After the game, be sure to check out Steve Rademacher and his channel, whether it's Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the No Filter Friday, or the Saturday morning cartoons. He's got something for everybody. We'll be back after these tunes with the call at the top of the 5th inning. After this, we're glad you're with us today, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, and it is Joe Ryan ready to go back to work, and he delivers a first pitch fastball to Harold Ramirez for ball 1. It's Ramirez, Zimmer, and Hedges here for the Indians in their half of the 5th inning. It's a 1-0 ball game, and it was probably the poor route to the ball by the hitter Harold Ramirez who ended up allowing that run to score. He was playing in left field. There was a base hit into left field by the shortstop Andrelton Simmons, and he had sort of misplayed it and slipped and fell. And then what it ended up happening was Ben Rortvedt was able to come all the way around from first base to score. If he would have stopped the ball, more than likely it would have been runners on second and third, and the pitcher McKenzie would have been able to close out the inning. He takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 1-2. But instead, the Z route to the ball has allowed the Twins to hold the advantage 1-0 here in the top of the fifth. And there's a fastball swung on and missed. And Ramirez has been retired for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Bradley Zimmer. Zimmer today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And he is striding to the plate. He's got 6 homers and 29 runs batted in on the season. The way that Ryan and McKenzie are pitching today, they may be the only options for their pitchers or for their teams. Both have been very effective. Ryan goes into the motion, he delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1 to Bradley Zimmer. It's good to see Bradley Zimmer healthy, whether you're a fan of the Indians or not. Zimmer has really had some problems over his career. There was a lot of expectations put on him. In 2017, he was a rookie. He played the most games of his career. And since then, he has really struggled to stay in the lineup. And there's a changeup that misses down, and the count is 1-1. This is the first real opportunity since then that he's got a chance to be in the lineup. He's only had 156 at-bats in the 3 seasons after 2017. And here is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field, and this ball is gone. A home run for Zimmer. And Zimmer has opened the scoring for the Indians and has tied the ball game here at 1 in the top of the 5th inning. Bradley Zimmer has all of the tools. When you look at him, he really fills out a uniform. And that swing delivered on everything we were talking about. He stands at 6'4" and 185 pounds, maybe a little bit light. But that ball was absolutely scorched. And it got out in a hurry. And we're all now knotted up at 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to bring up the catcher, Austin Hedges. So Hedges today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up, and there's a fastball swung on. It's popped up behind home plate. It's going to reach the seats, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. That pitch to Bradley Zimmer was right in his wheelhouse, and he absolutely turned on it and scorched it. It was a no-doubter. The Indians are back in business here. There's a fastball that's delivered upstairs, and it is now 1-1. Steve Rademacher says, wow, nice crowd today. You must be talking about the crowd that's listening in today. We appreciate everybody for popping in to listen to our call of the Twins and the Indians. There's probably as many people in our chat or in our listening audience as there are in the stands in Minnesota. And there's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. It's a beautiful day for baseball in the Twin Cities. It was 70 degrees at game time, and there's a breaking ball swung on, and it's lifted foul, and the count remains 1-2 to Hedges. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Back in the day in Cleveland, when they used to play at Old Municipal Stadium, there were some times that the Indians, they would often say that people, when they would go to the game, would get their own personal fire escape. Well, that's how it kind of looks in Minnesota today. The sections are bare. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the second baseman, Gordon. He fields it. He flips it over to first, and that is going to retire Hedges for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it up to the second baseman, Andreas Jimenez. If anyone ever had a chance to get to Old Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, it was quite the relic. I'd never seen any baseball games in Cleveland, but I did get an opportunity to see a couple of football games. Saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers one time and the Seattle Seahawks at another time. And Certainly the sight lines were curious, and if you were in the lower deck, you had to, depending upon where you were seated, even in the upper deck too, you had to avoid the posts. So you stuck behind a obstructed view. Made it always interesting to have to sway and move side to side. So the first pitch to Jimenez was in the dirt for ball one, and here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ryan kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-1. Jimenez today struck out looking his first time up. He is 0 for 1 today. The left-hander gets himself dug in at the plate. Right-handed pitcher Ryan ready to deliver. He gets the sign from his catcher Workfit, and he goes to work. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. There has not been a lot of traffic on the base paths for either teams today. If you include the home run, there would be 3 players who have reached base for the Indians. Harold Ramirez had a double in the second inning. Miles Straw drew a walk in the third, and then the home run here by Ramirez has been it. And there is a changeup swung on. It is lifted into left field. Moving over underneath it is Rob Refsnyder. He's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Jimenez for the third out of the inning. So for the Cleveland Indians in their half of the fifth, they had 1 run on 1 hit. It was the home run by Bradley Zimmer. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is the Minnesota Twins 1, the Cleveland Indians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes after this from our friend Matt Hollis. After the game, be sure to check out Matt Hollis's channel, Another Hollis Build, on YouTube. He's a really entertaining fella. He's got a lot of interesting things, including his barnyard animals.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Thanks again to Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel after the game. We'll be back after this musical note with the call of the bottom of the 5th inning. Welcome back, everybody. And Tristan McKenzie is ready to go back to work for the bottom half of the 5th inning. And he throws a first pitch breaking ball to Nick Gordon that is fouled away for strike 1, and the count is 0-1. It is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up to bat for the Twins in their half of the 5th. There's a fastball swung on. It is hit on one hop to the second baseman Jimenez, and he's going to flip it over to first. And Nick Gordon is going to be retired on a ground out, 4-3 for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder. For Refsnyder, yesterday was a tough day at the office for him. He was 0 for 4. He struck out 3 times. He's begun the game today with a called third strike looking. He swings this time at the first pitch. He grounds it to short. It's fielded by the shortstop Rosario. He flips it to first. That is going to retire Refsnyder. That goes down as a ground out, 6-3. So 3 pitches and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, Ben Rortvedt. Rortvedt today is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up, and he came around and scored all the way from first base on the double by Andrelton Simmons. So right-hander against the left-hander, McKenzie goes to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. Rortvedt on the season has pulled his batting average up to 165 with that base hit in the third inning, and there's a breaking ball that is down in the dirt, and the count is now 1-1. Tristan McKenzie has been very effective in his last couple of starts. He's carried that performance into today's action. So 1 ball and 1 strike, and here's the pitch from McKenzie. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 1-2. It's 7 innings of baseball here today, unless, of course, we have to go to extra innings. And here comes the pitch from McKenzie. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and it's going to even the count at 2-2. For the Twins and the Indians, this is the first game of a doubleheader. It's a day-night doubleheader. We're on the air for the first one, and there's a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Rortvedt for the 3rd out of the 5th inning. So the Twins go quietly in their half of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 5 complete. It is the Minnesota Twins 1, the Cleveland Indians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this. Here's some more of our Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame memories. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 6th inning. It is a 1-1 game in Minnesota. It'll be Miles Straw, Ahmed Rosario, and Jose Ramirez to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th inning. Just a quick recap on the scoring in this game. In the 3rd inning, it was a single by Ben Rortvedt and then a RBI double by Andrelton Simmons, scoring the catcher all the way from first base that got the Twins on the board. We had said that Harold Ramirez, the left fielder for the Indians, had slipped and fell as he had gone to retrieve the ball off the bat of Simmons. And that may have been the difference. And it was a bang-bang play at the plate. And Rortvedt got in there safely. In the 5th inning, Bradley Zimmer opened the scoring for the Indians with a solo shot to right field, and that is where we stand at 1. And now Joe Ryan ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball delivered to Straw. He takes it for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. For Straw today, he is officially 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up, and he walked in the 3rd inning. So no balls and 1 strike to Straw. Ryan ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses low and away, and the count is 1-1. Straw on the season has 27 stolen bases between the Indians and the Houston Astros. He can run a little bit. And here's the pitch from Ryan. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. I want to thank everybody for taking the opportunity to come on in and check out the call of the game today. We are live both on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you're listening either way, we appreciate you being here. Here comes the 1-2 to Straw. There's a fastball swung on. It's lined right back to the pitcher, Ryan. and the ball is landed in front of him. Ryan doesn't even make an attempt to go and get it, as that ball has stung him, and he is walking right off of the field. I don't think there's going to be anything. He's going right to the dugout. And that ball is scorched, and you can see right around the wrist area, there is a big-time swelling. He throws his glove. I think he knows that he's got a broken bone there immediately. He is done. He's going right to the tunnel. So it was absolutely scorched right back. He couldn't get his glove there. He took it off the wrist, and he couldn't even move to get it. And you could see right on impact that the area just above the wrist is swelling. It's like a lump right there, and you can tell, and as you look on the replay, you can start to see why. So we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. Rocco Baldelli is out, but that is absolutely terrifying. That ball was absolutely scorched, and so now they've got to figure out what they're going to do here, and they've got to get somebody to come in. So we're going to have a break in the action. Stick around, everybody. We'll come on back with the report, but that is not good. Joe Ryan, who was pitching a absolute brilliant gem today, just looks down at his wrist. He can move his fingers around, which was good to see. But there is absolutely a huge lump on that lower part of the wrist and the lower part of the forearm. And he was absolutely tipped. We'll be back in just a minute, everybody. We'll take stock, and we'll see what we have here when we come back.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change for the Minnesota Twins. They are going to the bullpen, and it is going to be a right-hander. We'll get you the update on that when we return in just a couple minutes. The leadoff hitter here in the sixth inning, Miles Straw, hit an absolute bullet right back at the starter, Joe Ryan, and it hit him in the forearm on the backside, just above the wrist area. And he has had to leave the game. He knew immediately upon impact that he was finished. Now, I'm pretty confident that there's probably a broken bone or two in there. And hopefully that is not the case. Hopefully it's just a bone contusion. But that was absolutely a missile right back at the pitcher, and he is done for his afternoon. And it's an unfortunate way to end, as he's had a great start today. He just went over 5 innings, only allowing the 1 run. He struck out 5 batters. The line is not finished on him yet, as Miles Straw is responsible, or his responsibility at first base. But we will be back here in just a couple moments with all of the action. It's going to be Jorge Alcala that is coming in relief. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hey, guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones. The creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One. Like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yelich, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. As Jorge Alcala is going to be the new pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, he is got enough time as he needs to complete warm-up tosses, as he was not up and throwing, and nobody was really ready at all. He's going to wants to ask for a couple more pitches, but he is now going to be in relief of Joe Ryan. On the season, Alcala has 3 wins and 6 losses. This is going to be his 52nd appearance. He's worked 51 2/3 innings, allowed 43 hits, 29 runs, 26 have been earned. He's walked 13 and struck out 50. Yeah, so he's been a part of the Minnesota Twin bullpen that since the middle of August has been absolutely electric. Unfortunately for them yesterday, they allowed the 6 runs in the latter part of the ball game to the New York Yankees. But the Twins have got their bullpen issues sorted out for the most part. So Alcala is going to take over for Joe Ryan. They'll be facing Ahmed Rosario, Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes with the runner Straw on first. We'll try to get an injury update on Joe Ryan, as he has left the game because of that line drive comebacker. And we'll be back here in a couple minutes ready to resume. I'm sure he's going to have to go for x-rays, and knowing that, one would think that he is going to be done for the rest of the season if that bone is broken. It's really unfortunate, as it's the 3rd start of his major league career, and he was putting together another fine line today for the Minnesota Twins. So he is finished for the day, and now here comes Alcala to face Ahmed Rosario. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken inside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. And if anybody on that field can feel sorry for him, probably Byron Buxton knows what he's going through, as he's had a litany of injuries with the Twins in his career. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Rosario. Rosario today is 0 for 2. He lined out to the 3rd baseman his first time up, and he popped to second his last time up. So Straw, the runner at first. It's 1-1 to Rosario. Alcala gets the sign from his catcher Rortvedt. He delivers, and there's a fastball swung on. It's tapped in front of the plate. Rortvedt fields it. He has to throw to first, and they retire Rosario. It's going to go down as a ground out 2-3. It was like a swinging bunt, as the ball went right into the dirt and trickled onto the grass. Rortvedt did a great job to pounce on the ball, able to field it and be able to retire the batter runner Ahmed Rosario, and that's going to bring up the 3rd baseman Jose Ramirez. Ramirez today is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right field, and he's popped out to the catcher in his 2 times to the plate. He's having himself another fine campaign this year. He's got 33 homers and 87 runs batted in. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. The home plate umpire today is Mike Eastabrook, and that last pitch was definitely a home call. So no balls and 1 strike. They had a lot of arm side run to the fastball. It looked like it ran off the plate. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow right field. Moving over underneath it is Kepler. He's going to make the catch. And Miles Straw is going to have to hold it second, as it wasn't deep enough. So that is the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. For Reyes today, he is 0 for 2. He's lined out to the shortstop, and he's struck out his last time up. Reyes has been another big run producer in the Cleveland Indian batting order. He's got 74 RBIs on the season. He's got 28 home runs. He gets himself dug in. He's got a closed stance. We saw a couple of players yesterday in the Yankees lineup, Giancarlo Stanton being one. We saw Josh Donaldson in the Twins lineup. You don't see that as often as those who have open stances. There's a first pitch fastball that's swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Reyes this year has feasted on Minnesota Twin pitching. He's got 6 homers and 10 RBIs in the 11 games against the Twins. So here Alcala goes back to work. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2. Bobby Bradley is awaiting his turn on deck should Reyes find a way to get on base. Alcala gets the sign from his catcher Workfed, and he's ready to go back to work. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called third strike. And Reyes has gone down on strikes for the second time today. So for the Indians in their half of the 6th inning, they had no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the Cleveland Indians 1, the Minnesota Twins 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the bottom of the 6th inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you're with us. Here's another one of our Hall of Fame memories.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spun Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends. Would you like to support Last Wraps Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Wraps Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Minnesota Twins. It'll be Hamilton Simmons, Luis Arias, and Byron Buxton. And they are facing the right-hander Tristan McKenzie. And we're ready to go back to work here in just a moment. The unfortunate part of the top of the inning was with the injury to Joe Ryan, who has left the game after Miles Straw hit a line drive. And so we are going to have a pinch hitter for Simmons, and that is going to be Josh Donaldson. And maybe it could be Josh Hamilton. He's been out of ball for a while. And the first pitch to Donaldson is swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left center field. And this ball is going to get over the head of Ramirez. It's going to be off the wall. And Donaldson is digging for 2, and he's going to get in there safely with a stand-up double here to begin the 6th inning. So Donaldson, a leadoff double off the wall. And he is aboard, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, Luis Arias. And as Donaldson gets some high fives, he is going to be removed from the game. We're going to have ourselves a pinch runner. It is going to be Jake Cave coming in to run for Donaldson at second base. So with nobody out, we've got a runner at second, and that's going to bring the top of the order, Luis Arias, to the dish. And the first pitch to Arias is swung on. It's lifted into center field. Sliding in to make the catch is Miles Straw. And Cave is going to have to hold at second base. So one away, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Byron Buxton. For Buxton today, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out both of his times up to the plate. On that fly ball to center field, it was shallow enough that Cave had come off the base. But even if he would have tagged, there would have probably been no opportunity to advance to third. So Buxton steps in. He's ready to go to work here against the right-hander Tristan McKenzie. McKenzie spins and he looks the runner back to second base. He does the inside move or the spaghetti move. So Buxton stands in ready to get back to the action. McKenzie holds set at the chest. He checks the runner. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's fouled away just on the first base side of home plate, and the count is 0-1. Buxton yesterday hit his 14th homer of the season against the Yankees. He was the one who extended the lead to 5-0 at the time. The Twins have a couple of pitchers up in their bullpen. Alex Colomé is the right-hander. We have to check on the number of the lefty. There's a breaking ball swung on by Buxton. It's fouled away on the first base side, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Buxton gets himself dug in at the plate, and he's ready to face the right-handed slants of McKenzie. McKenzie has now thrown 70 pitches in the ballgame. Ready to go back to work. He steps off as he and Austin Hedges are not on the same page. Gets the sign from his catcher. He nods. He comes set at the chest. Checks the runner Cave at second, and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Buxton has gone down on strikes for the 3rd time today. And that is the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to leave it up to the designated hitter, Jorge Polanco. Polanco today is 0 for 2. He lined out to the right fielder his first time up and struck out back in the 4th. So the runner at second is Cave with 2 away. And now we've got a conference on the mound as Hedges has gone out to talk to his young right-hander McKenzie. Both of these young starters today for both teams, Joe Ryan and Tristan McKenzie, have been excellent. They've got a lot of good future ahead of them. There is a right-hander, Brian Shaw, up in the Cleveland bullpen. He's getting himself loose. More than likely, once this inning is completed, this will probably be the end for McKenzie. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep right center field. Moving over to his left is the center fielder Straw. He's going to haul it in, and that is going to retire the Twins in their half of the 6th. So they strand a leadoff double by the pinch hitter, Josh Donaldson. And so for the Twins in their half of the 6th inning, they had no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 6. It is the Minnesota Twins 1, the Cleveland Indians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 7th inning. When we return, we're glad you are with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 7th inning, and it is a 7-inning ball game as we are in the first end of a doubleheader between the Indians and the Twins. So it is a softball rules or softball type game, and they do have a pitching change now for the Minnesota Twins. Coming on in relief is going to be a left-hander, and this is going to be Danny Colombe. I'm not sure if I'll have to do a proper enunciation of that last name. Colome is the other pitcher in the bullpen. Nick Gordon has moved over to shortstop, and Jorge Polanco has now entered the game at second base. So they have lost their designated hitter, and there's a first pitch fastball delivered to Bobby Bradley. It's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Bradley. Bradley today is 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out in his 2 trips to the plate. And there is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. So they say Colombe is how you would say this fella's name. Colome is the pitcher who is in the bullpen. So Colombe is the left-hander in the ball game now. And so here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, and that's fouled away, and the count is now 1-2. So thanks to our trusty staff here for the proper name pronunciation. So Colombe on the mound. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bradley. The lefty holds the ball at the chest, and he's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 2-2. On the season, the lefty Colombe has appeared in this is his 25th game. He's got 1 start for the Twins. He's 3-1 with a 2.93 ERA. He's worked in 27 2/3 innings. So lefty against the lefty. He kicks and delivers to Bradley. There's a breaking ball that misses way outside. The count is 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harold Ramirez is waiting his turn on deck. The Indians today only have 3 hits against Twins pitching. A single by Straw in the 6th, a home run by Zimmer, and a double by Ramirez back in the 2nd inning have been the hits for the Indians. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and Bradley is retired on strikes for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Harold Ramirez. We're in this 1-1 game because of Harold Ramirez, I think, because if you go back and you watch the replays, if you get opportunity, whether it be on YouTube or on the MLB or your local TV, Ramirez fell down in left field trying to be able to get to the ball that was struck by Andrelton Simmons. There is a fastball swung on. It's grounded up the middle, and it's trying to be backhanded by Polanco, but it gets through into center field. So Ramirez is aboard. We're going to have to see how they rule that. I think it would be an error on the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. It was a roller that was there, and he just can't stay down and get it. That's a play that should be made at a major league level. There was too much daylight between the glove and the ground. And Ramirez is aboard. We'll get that official scoring for you in just a moment. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Bradley Zimmer. And the first pitch to Zimmer is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Zimmer is responsible for tying the game up as he hit that home run back in the 5th inning that was deposited well into the right field seats into the upper level. So 1 strike to Zimmer. Here's the pitch from Kalum. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kalum ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball, and it squirts away from the catcher, Rortvedt, and that is going to allow Ramirez to get into second base. So Ramirez is advanced to second. That's a pass ball on the catcher. Not sure what had happened there. We go back and take a look at that again. It looked like it was a breaking ball that just didn't break. It hung up on the inside part of the plate. Rortvedt hit off his tip of his glove, squirted away over to the first base side, and alertly Ramirez has been able to get to second base. And just so for the record, they have given Ramirez a base hit on that ball that Polanco let go under his glove. And so here we are back to the action. There is a changeup that misses down. The count is now 3-1 to Bradley Zimmer. So 3 balls and 1 strike. If I was the official scorer in Minnesota, I don't know if it's because they don't want to give the error to their defender. We've got time, and the pitching coach for the Minnesota Twins is out to the mound to have a conference with Kalum. They do have an open base at first base to set up the force. Austin Hedges is waiting his turn on deck. So we're here in the top of the 7th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. Harold Ramirez is in scoring position. They have a right-hander now up in the bullpen. Juan Minaya is getting loose. They had Alex Colomé up earlier. So Kalum ready to go back to work. 3 balls and 1 strike to Zimmer. The shortstop Gordon is right in the hip pocket of Ramirez at second base. And here's the pitch, and it is a breaking ball that misses down and away for ball 4, and Zimmer is aboard with a walk. That puts the runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Austin Hedges to the plate. So Rocco Baldelli is staying with his left-hander. It's the left-hander versus right-hander matchup, as they do have Minaya getting loose in the bullpen. So Harold Ramirez is the runner at second. Bradley Zimmer the runner at first. There's 1 away. We're here in the top of the 7th inning. And the pitch from Kalum is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. This ball is off the wall. It's fielded by Refsnyder on 1 hop. 1 run is in. Stopping at third is Zimmer, and Austin Hedges has himself an RBI double with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And Ramirez has scored. So the first pitch that he sees from Kalum is blistered into the left field corner. And stopping at third base is Zimmer, and Hedges is aboard at second base with a double. And the score is now the Cleveland Indians 2, the Minnesota Twins 1. That's the 6th double of the season for Austin Hedges. Absolutely scorched. And now the infield has come on in. I've got no choice but to try to cut the runners down at the plate. Arias, Gordon, Polanco, and Sano are all in on the grass. And we've got ourselves a pinch hitter here as Yu Chang is coming in to hit for Andreas Jimenez. So lefty against the righty. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded. It gets by the third baseman, and it's going to squirt into left field. So the ball gets by Arias. Yu Chang is going to get himself a pinch hit base hit and an RBI. That ball was absolutely scorched. Zimmer is going to cross the plate. That puts the Indians up 3-1. And Hedges is going to advance to third, and now they're going to have runners on the corners. It was a 1-hop shot. Arias tries to go down and backhand the ball, can't keep it in front of him. It squirts through and he races after it. It advances the runner, hedges to third, and of course scores the runner from third. And the Minnesota Twins are not out of this yet as the runners are on the corners. And Miles Straw strides to the plate. And the first pitch to Straw is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. It's a tough play by the third baseman, but one would think that if you're a Gold Glove caliber third baseman, that's a ball that you got to stop and keep in front. If he keeps it in front of him, more than likely the bases are loaded. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-1. And then we would have a bases loaded situation. But as soon as that ball squirted through, the runner at third took off for the plate. They had no chance to get him. So Yu Chang is himself an RBI single. So he's the runner at first. Hedges is the runner at third. Kalum kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike to Straw. Straw today is 1 for 2 at the plate. He singled his last time up. He was the one with the line drive that knocked Joe Ryan out of the game. It was the line drive right above the wrist of the right-handed pitcher on his throwing arm. He's also walked, so he's been on base twice today. There's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-2. So the Indians here in their half of the 7th inning are beating the drums. They've got 2 runs on the board. There's 2 aboard with 1 away right now, and it's a 2-2 count to Miles Straw. And up in the bullpen is Emmanuel Class. He is getting himself warmed up. He's going to try to come on to close this one out. So here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs to Straw, and the count is now 3-2. This game's been a fairly entertaining ball game. There's not been a ton of traffic on the base paths. Everything has started to happen here in the 6th and the 7th innings. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right field. Moving over underneath it is Kapler. He's going to make the catch. The throw comes into the plate, but it ends up squirting by the first baseman, Sano. The runners do not advance. So Straw is retired. He did not hit the ball deep enough for the runners to tag. So he is gone for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Rosario today is 0 for 3. He's lined out to the third baseman. He's popped to second. And he grounded out to the catcher as it was a chopper that was in front of the plate his last time up. So runners on the corners, 2 away. And the Tribe are ahead 3-1. So Kalum gets the sign from his catcher, Rortvedt. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Coming into the inning, the Cleveland Indians had 3 hits, and they've had 3 hits they've been able to string together in this inning, as well as a walk sandwiched in between those. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. Its tap foul over on the first base side, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. As we mentioned before, this is the first game of a doubleheader. It's a 7-inning affair today. So here we go, ready to get back to work. The left-hander Kalum flips it over to first, and getting back in time is the base runner Cheng. So no balls and 2 strikes to Rosario. Waiting on deck is the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Should Rosario find a way to get on base, he'll be the next hitter. So here's the 0-2. Kalum kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses way up and away, and the count is now 1-2 strikes. So 1-2 strikes. Kalum holds at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball down. It's swung on and missed. Wartford picks it up and tags Rosario, and that is going to retire the Indians' shortstop on strikes for the third out of the inning, but not till damage has been done. For the Indians in their half of the seventh inning, they had 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is the Cleveland Indians 3, the Minnesota Twins 1. Stick around, everybody. We're going to bring it home with the bottom of the 7th inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you're with us. Hold tight.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down, 'cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is going to be coming up for the Minnesota Twins, the heart of their batting order. That's Max Kepler, Miguel Sano, and Nick Gordon, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. They do have some defensive changes for the Cleveland Indians. Yu Cheng is now in at second base. And out of the game is Tristan McKenzie. It is going to be Emmanuel Class. He's 61 2/3. He's pitched on the season in 63 ball games. He's got a 1.46 ERA, and he has 22 saves in 26 attempts this year. So Emmanuel Class is in to close it out. And we're ready to get back underway in just a moment. Class is completing his warm-up tosses. So the Indians scratching out 2 runs in their half of the 7th inning. And the Twins are going to try to do what the Yankees did to them yesterday and make a comeback and try to take it into extra innings. So Kepler today is officially 0 for 1. He flew out to the right fielder his first time up, and he walked and was picked off of first in the 2nd inning. His average has slipped to 210 on the season. He's got some juice. He's got 17 homers on the year to go with 47 RBIs. So here we are, ready to get back to the action. Class works from the stretch with nobody on. He holds at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded back to the pitcher. Class fields it. He flips to first, and that is going to retire Kepler. On one pitch, there is one away. That goes as a ground out. 1-3 for out number 1. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Miguel Sano. Sano today is 0 for 2. He is struck out and popped to the catcher. He's got a very large shin guard on his left shin. You usually see that when you see players with the shin guards on their front leg. That indicates that they've got a long swing. Here comes the first pitch. It's a fastball at 101 miles an hour down in the dirt. The count is 1-0 to Sano. So 1 ball and no strikes. Sano will be followed by the second baseman, now shortstop, Nick Gordon. Gordon moved over to shortstop the last inning as Polanco had entered the game to come into play second base. So here comes the pitch to Sano. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We're here in the 7th inning, the last half of the 7th. As the Minnesota Twins are up to bat. Class holds at the chest. He kicks and delivers, and there is a fastball that this is upstairs, and the count is 2-1. Hard to tell if that's sometimes the fastball or the changeup at 90 miles an hour. That might have been Class's changeup because he has brought it up into the upper 90s. So I might have had to take a pause. I think Kyle Hendricks of the Cubs or Zach Davies might have been happy with that as a fastball, as well, we've seen the Chicago Cubs play that those two pitchers are living up around 87, 88 miles an hour. There's a 99-mile-an-hour heater delivered to Sano. Swung on and fouled away over on the first base side. The count now goes even to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Sano. Class comes set at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal over to the first base umpire. And Miguel Sano is said to have held his swing, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Class getting ready to go back to work. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Sano for the second time today on strikes. He is out number 2 here in the 7th inning, and it's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, now shortstop, Nick Gordon. Trying to get a update on Joe Ryan's, the starting pitcher for the Twins, who was struck on the right arm with the line drive, but we haven't got any updates. We know it's a comebacker from Miles Straw. We saw it with our eyes. We just don't know if they've had x-rays come back yet. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded foul over on the first base side. The count is 0-1. That last pitch to Nick Gordon was at 101 miles an hour. Manuel Class is really able to dial it up. Great piece of pitching today by both starters. Tristan McKenzie's been very strong for the Indians. So here we are back to the action. It's no balls and 1 strike. Class delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Nick Gordon. They're down to their final out, and their final strike are the Minnesota Twins here in their half of the 7th inning. Tristan McKenzie in line for the win to even his record on the year at 5-5. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and there's a fastball at 100 miles an hour that misses down. The count is 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gordon. Class gets the ball. He's ready to go back to work. He checks the runner at, he checks no runners, and here we go, and he swings. It's a line drive hit to the second baseman, and that is going to end the ball game. Class is looking all over the place on the mound. I'm saying he's checking the runners. There's nobody aboard. that is going to do it on the line drive to second base to end the ball game. And for the Minnesota Twins, they go 3 up, 3 down in their half of the 7th inning. And your final score is the Cleveland Indians 3, the Minnesota Twins 1. We really want to thank everybody for stopping in today to listen in. We really appreciate this, as your final score is 3-1. Whether you listened live on YouTube or on Twitch, we appreciate you being here. We'll be back on the air again tomorrow to do the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers. That'll be our game for tomorrow, so hopefully you can come on in and check it out again. We really appreciate you being here. Again, this has been another Last Drafts Baseball production. We hope you all have a great day. Come on back and see us again later. We're going to do it all over again tomorrow. Indians, Tigers. Have a great day, everybody.